Submitted for your approval. A fan-based show who encompasses the multi-twined multiverse of superheroes, villains, sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and action comedy. All whose genesis stems from the printed page of the comic book. At the logo streaming towards your head, you've just entered into Comics, Cons, and Beyond. Welcome back to Comics, Cons, and Beyond, boys and girls. Glad you could join us. With me, as usual, in the very heart of Yesteryear Comics, Kearney Mesa, San Diego, California. If you ever visit here, come here, look at this, it's gorgeous, has everything you want, and if not, Mike, the owner, he will order it for you, because he's that good of a guy. With me, as usual, is
Bob, Adam,
and we have the news with our streaming service. That's right, another addition to the Marvel and Netflix dynasty, I guess, for lack of a better term.
just can't get enough of it.
Can't get enough of it. And for those of you who finished Luke Cage, was that awesome? That was awesome. I was actually very surprised. I saw Method Man there. Second to last episode, it was very, very cool. Yes.
I think they alluded right into what our next little service is going to be. Right there in the end, if anyone caught it, on the telephone pole, if you guys know what I'm talking about here.
Oh yeah, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Say no more, say no more. Keep it secret, right? And it's going to be, who is it going to be starring? That's right. We're going to be introducing Iron Fist. That's right. Iron Fist is going to be entering the mix. And it's starring the character from Games of Thrones. And let me see if I pronounce it. Ser Loris Tyrell. And the actor's name is Finn Jones. That's right. We have Jessica Jones. We have Luke Cage. And now Iron Fist, leading up to the 2017 release of The Defenders. So,
yeah, they definitely have they already have a little bit of a teaser out there for you.
Yeah.
No footage, of course.
No
but
footage.
That's because they're not going to wanting you to see anything before Iron Fist gets his way into your hearts out there.
yes.
Okay, I got an idea. Who do you think is going to have the best dialogue between the characters? I think Jessica Jones and Punisher are going to have the best emo dialogue. Like, whose life is darker, who can wear more black?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you had a
who's gonna-
refrigerator? Lucky you.
I think it's just really going to come down to who has a better relationship with Daredevil out there, whether the Punisher or...
Well, Jessica Jones will probably, go between.
Well, I'd probably go to Luke Cage, but I mean,
Well,
Daredevil and
no,
Elektra.
because now Claire and Luke Cage are an item.
Well,
Come on now.
I think Claire's
Zoe.
an item with almost everybody that they.
I know, that's what I love about her. I really do. What can I say? Her and the detective, Missy Knight. I still love you. I'm going to profess that till the day I stop filming. I love you.
It's on the right track.
Yeah.
Hopefully, as far as the Punisher goes in this series, hopefully either continues, gets his own, or he winds up as an actor progressing to a point where we see him a little bit more in publicity.
Yeah.
For sure.
There were some really good interviews with him about when he was deciding to do Punisher. He walked into a comic book shop and got schooled, and the guy would literally took the comic books out of his hand. He was like, no, this is Punisher. All this other stuff, that's just fluff. That's introduction. This is who he is. So it's just a really good interview. I'm trying to remember it was on, I think it was on E, just when about a week before he appeared on Daredevil. It was an awesome interview.
Our apologies. We have much love for AMC's The Walking Dead. And definitely loving that. A lot of really interesting things going on there.
Yeah, well, to say the least, I think there's a lot of us that are on the edge of our seats. A lot of discussion and debate for all of you out there as well. Something that we all kind of want to see with a little bit of baseball to the head, if anyone out there knows what we all.
Burning topic of the week. Bob, we know you got something burning, and there's an ointment for that. Tell us what you got.
Todd McFarlane is working on a new film. It's something we're all a little bit excited of. They've
Which will
obviously
hopefully be a hell of a lot better than the one that came out about, 15, 20 years ago?
Well, I mean, if that's the kind of way you want to approach it, it's going to be, from what I hear, is that the budget's still going to be kind of small. They don't want it to be, it's probably not going to be on Marvel level or DC level. But I mean, if that is the case, then hopefully they can wind up spending a little bit more time with some of these characters, with some of the storyline, and kind of approach it at a better angle. And I think it's at a good time because obviously now, with Todd McFarlane kind of stepping back from writing the story and lending it down to someone else, it's definitely something that's well needed at this point. Something kind of get fans involved with it again. Recent issues they've wound up incorporating some previous characters. One of the things from IDW, which I kind of want to focus on a little bit this week, is the Lennon story, New York Years, is coming out this next year by David Foenkinos, I believe is his name.
Not too shabby. That was good. I like that. Yeah.
I'm practicing.
Good.
And
Give us a treat later.
as well, another story that it's coming out, Darkness Visible by Mark Corey. Something worth picking up as well. A little bit of humans interacting with demons and how that story is going to wind up playing out. As well as something that we're going to wind up seeing as a continuation partnership, I suppose, would be between Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, as well as Green Lantern and Star Trek. Something that we would definitely want to see continue between those two.
That's interesting. Because, like, you know, Ninja Turtles went into Daredevil, wasn't it? That's what introduced it? Am I not mistaken? Sorry.
We'll fact check that later.
We'll definitely have to look into that for sure.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, from what it sounds like, a little fun for everyone. A little bit detective, a little bit of our underground friends.
The two comics I want to talk about, kind of like a little pun, is a Heaven and Hell mix. I'd like to point out that this one came out about a week ago, but I wasn't really that interested into it. The cover art fascinated me, but I didn't pick it up until just the other evening, and that was this one, Reborn. Right? It's pretty, it's shiny.
I like it.
This is one of the few comic books I've encountered personally, just in general, that I found to be interesting right off the bat. Like, it's a, the best way to describe it is, do you remember all the good parts of Sucker Punch? It's pretty much as though those parts were actually an entire storyline. The first scene is just pretty much there's no time to explain, defend yourself, and also don't get killed.
They were part of another storyline, just lots of other storylines kind of put together into one really big one.
And that was a plot. It was just because he accused Screwball, but whatever.
Almost like a Chinese buffet.
Still don't hear any complaints there,
No.
except for the morning after.
Moo Goo Gai Pan. Yum yum.
And then in the section of Hell was recently they released another collection of Hellboy, my personal special happy place. The more I read Hellboy, the more I believe it actually might be my favorite. The guy's artistic style is so strong. Sorry, he plays such fun roles with just darkness. And this one is also a pun, is Hellboy in Hell. It's a collection of the second volume of his story of Hellboy actually dying. The first part of it, just dying right off the bat. And then him descending into hell. And it's an awesome story where it explains Hellboy's origins. And also parts in his own mind and who he is that's missing. It's a cool story, and it's great to see him separate from everything else in the entire world, where he's both the savior and the destroyer. It's a really cool role, because I have no idea in all hell's in turmoil just from his presence being there, because he's not allowed to be there or able to be there. Yet he is. And the artwork's just badass.
Something we would expect.
Oh, yes. It's what's something to expect from it.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to say expect some cool psychedelic fights. And don't worry, Hellboy does fill you in with those references. So you can just Google real quick the synapse when they reference a character about interactions, because also everyone Hellboy is sent to hell is there to greet him. So it's a cool little rehash of all his fun friends. Who'd win? Let's just get that out of the way.
Yes. Who would win?
Do you really want to go there?
I'm sorry, but my problem is that Spawn is great, right? Spawn's awesome, but the thing is he keeps on getting taken down, and his strongest ability is that he can't really die. He keeps coming back.
Well, I wouldn't say he necessarily keeps coming back. I think that he just never really left. Is really the way you want to get into it. Even when he did leave for his brief period of time, the vacuum is significant and sends the world reeling. Though that entire segment in general is kind of something I don't personally want to touch on too much. It's a sore spot. It's a sore spot. Okay. But if he threw his horns out, then it might be a different story. Because I'm not gonna lie, I do like that image in that movie.
Also, in the comic books to screen shenanigans, we have the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Finally.
Oh.
Yes, yes, yes. That's right, boys and girls. And it stars the original cast, which is awesome. Mr. Chris Pratt, of course, as Star-Lord. Vin Diesel as...
Oh my god, I forgot his name. He's right there, actually.
No, he's right there. No, he's right there. Right there. He's right there. Remy, would you... Right there?
Groot. I can't believe I forgot.
Oh, my
Groot.
gosh.
I don't have people skills.
Sir, the door's over there.
I take
Thank
note.
you. My gosh.
Well.
Really. And the always hot and sexy Zoya Saldana. Mm-mm-mm. And the other cast, but guess who's joining the cast this time?
Well, I know that Mr. Stallone.
That's right. Mr. Stallone's he's gonna be part of the Nova Corp. And this guy! That's right, Kurt Russell! From Big Trouble in Little China, Escape from New York, John Carpenter classics, as well as Tombstone's going to be joining the cast. That's going to be fun and exciting. Definitely looking forward to this. The other publishers, by God, and speaking of which, IDW, local San Diego, pick up a lot of their stuff. They actually have some of the most licensing for pop culture, television shows, movies, and turned them into comics. If you followed anything over the past 20 years as far as television shows, movies, what have you, like Godzilla, Powerpuff Girls of all things,
Yeah.
pick up IDW, look them up, they're awesome.
Definitely love it for my personal gain of Godzilla.
Oh
Always.
yeah, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well. And before they got to another publisher, IDW was doing this. Oh yeah. Sorry about that, Adam. I'm sorry.
You failed me.
Sorry,
For the last time. Probably Nightcrawler. Who's your pick, guys? Come on, this is who you are as a person. Marvel Universe.
Ooh.
With the blue skin. I'm not wussing out. I want the blue skin and tail.
Wow, for the Marvel, you know
You
what?
you just look like a blue Hellboy.
There we go. It all comes together.
Okay, so the child in me, Spider-Man, because he was my first comic book superhero that I thought was just freaking fantastic and obviously
Spider-Man's awesome.
amazing. But now that I'm older and lots more cynical, it'd have to be Deadpool. Yeah, it would have to be Deadpool. I would have no quorums taking out the scum and having a smile on my face and a wise-ass comment.
So
to
in
do
other
it.
words, you just want to make sure that you couldn't die when you were still being an asshole.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a good game plan. That's a solid
And plus, chimichangas, really? I love chimichangas.
I live in
can't think of
California.
someone who's going to argue with that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is difficult.
Don't say someone ultimate like Magneto, Professor X.
I'm not to say I'm not an X-Men fan, but
That's
it's
fine.
really hard to follow all of the X-Men.
Just pick anyone from the Marvel Universe, really. Sorry, DC is too OP. Pretty much
Well, I
everyone.
mean, define superpower for me.
Let's say mutant adaptation or mutant generation of
So
power.
would Venom
Well, the symbiote.
Yeah, I would accept that.
Yeah, sure, why not?
take that?
Yeah.
Maybe
Wow.
maybe a little bit of both. You know,
Would you be
Eddie
like
Brock meets
Liquidus? Okay.
Flash Thompson.
The Liquidus Venom was like the best, man. When he moved like a puddle and some things, like don't remember when he was on Spider-Man, it was cool, it was all sleek. But later as he it was after he made Carnage when he became more tentacle-like.
Huh.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just kind of more of a
That was
a
awesome.
bodybuilder, but that was also that was more of Eddie Brock's build at the time.
Yeah.
Oh God, I just remember
What,
the movie.
what?
I remember
what?
the movie. I remember the movie when you have.
Well, let's no,
We-
no,
we
no,
don't
let's
want-
not-
no, don't-
go
no.
there.
Don't go there.
That's too traumatic for
Take
all.
a Brillo pad to your brain right now and just
Yeah, that was-
erase that.
It was a dance sequence.
Oh, God.
It was a dance sequence.
You know what? Now I'm not gonna... Thank you. I cannot get that movie out of my head now. Thank you. It was all but forgotten.
Fonz? Emo Fonz, at that.
Such a dick. God, Adam.
This is what I'm next thing.
I don't know. There's a lot of people. I mean, as far as you know, being a superhero, I mean, like Batman to me is like on point. And I know it's like,
Okay,
as
Batman's
Marvel-
legit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if we're dealing with Marvel stuff, I mean,
Well, okay, let's say just we'll continue on for a moment. DC, you pick Batman. Let's say you have the training and the funding, and you will spot me when I'm broke.
I would. Thank you. I would definitely be Batman or someone Batman trained for sure.
Okay. I'd probably pick
Yeah.
Green Arrow. I just dig the snarky. He's like the happy version of Batman. Snarky rich dude. I always got a kick out of him. Like the Kevin Smith one, the Kevin Smith story of Green Arrow origin, that was superb.
Kevin Smith's Batman was good too.
Me, DC,
DC.
Joker.
Ah.
I'm all about the anarchy. I'm all about the anarchy. But no, Batman, I mean, come on. Out of all the DC characters, yeah, I mean, he was the first. And he's still, to me, the greatest. I mean, a ordinary human being, yes, if we were all billionaires, we might be able to do the same. But still, it was his focus, his determination to take tragedy and do something good with it, to dedicate us, to be really selfless.
And he's really
In
the only
essence.
person that's not a superhero.
Yeah.
True?
Yeah.
He's just a hero, to be honest.
Yeah.
And also, I love how he's just unwavering.
Yeah.
Like everyone else with other superpowers, the one person that you can depend on to do the thing that needs to be done will be
Which is
Batman.
surprising to
Yeah.
me because how many times have I thought to myself, he doesn't really kill anybody.
No, no,
But if you-
no,
but-
no.
well, I
no.
mean,
If back in the
I-
original Detective
He doesn't
Comics,
really kill anybody.
Well, like, was it like the whole like G.I. Joe and the knee thing? When
But
Batman
if we've
used the
all
gun
played-
in DC.
no,
if we've
because
played-
against the mobsters of that time,
Yeah.
Batman.
But as far as I'm concerned, as if any of you out there have played Arkham Knight or any of the Arkham games at all, if you hit somebody in the Batmobile going about 65,
There
I'm
is,
pretty sure you're gonna die.
well, as long as he doesn't look in his rearview mirror to see them die, he didn't actually kill them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that when the corpse flies to the actual screen, I know he
I
didn't
didn't see anything. I didn't see anything.
Turn his head. Man.
But
Well, that was a nice rant and rave and review, boys and girls. We hope you liked it. Come back for more. You know where to tune into. Subscribe to Comics, Cons, and Beyond. And if you want us to talk about something that's near to dear to your heart, because you guys are fans, and we love you because we're fans, you're fans, it's that whole fandom type stuff. Let us know about it. Leave the comments right below. Do you know where the right below is?
It's a direction that is the opposite of up.
Exactly.